able to make it, and they're going to want to hear this when it's all said and done. So welcome to the call tonight. It's going to be about 20 minutes. We're very, very mindful of the fact that it is a holiday week and nighttime is your time. So we try to go through this bam, bam, bam. If you have any questions at the end, you're welcome to stay on the call and drop your questions. Otherwise, you can say goodbye. You can also go back to the person who invited you, and they will be more than happy to answer those calls as well. Okay, to get started, my name is Tanya Stewart. I have been with Plexus for 10 years. Excuse me. I've been actually growing my business from day one. I joined Plexus for the over the desire to help other people be based on the testimonials that I saw. And let me tell you all, it's been 10 years of nothing but beauty in what we've been able to create and the transformations that come about over and over and over through Plexus products. And you're going to hear just a handful of them tonight. So the way that we create these transformations, first and foremost, is through our gut health system, which is called Triplex. So I'm going to go through those 3 products. I'm also going to touch on what's become a very popular weight loss add-on to our Triplex, which is called Balance. Then we'll hear some stories. I'm going to go over Reset, which you can get for free now to the end of the month. And then you're going to hear one more testimonial. All right, so let's get started with our Triplex. This is a gut health system that works synergistically. So these 3 products complement each other, and with lacking one, you're really not getting the full effect. So you want to be taking all 3 of them, and they come in a combo pack. The first item that you'll be taking is a Slim Pink Drink. This is our famous Slim Pink Drink, the one and only. In the microbiome form, it is actually patented, so there is nothing else like it on the market. It is up to you to choose the microbiome, which will increase your good gut bacteria in 5 key areas impacting autoimmune, metabolism, mental well-being, obesity, and immune function. So that's your microbiome. You can also choose the hunger control. This one is phenomenal if you eat too much. Bottom line, this will curb your appetite and curb your sugar and carb cravings quite significantly because of the curbing of the appetite. Now, both of the Slims will actually have a lessening of your cravings because they are balancing glucose in your cells. And by doing that, you're going to get a couple of effects. You're going to get all day sustained energy because that's what glucose in your cells does for you. And when it's balanced, that's what you get out of it. It's also going to inadvertently, essentially, balance your blood sugars, which is going to make you crave less, eat less sugars. You'll feel good, so you won't be grabbing for things for energy, and therefore your body will burn excess stored fat from the time that you were eating too much sugars and carbs, right? So you got a fat burning mechanism going on there, along with getting rid of those stinky addictions to sugar and carbs. You also have a strong anti-inflammatory in here, which is beetroot extract. All of our products are plant-based, no preservatives, no colors, none of the bad stuff, only the good. This is a really important element to our product line. If we're going to fix the gut, we're definitely not going to feed you the things that are destroying your gut. The next thing that's in this product line is ProBio 5. It's the capsule form. So is BioCleanse. These 2 are the next 2 items in the Triplex. So it's a slim drink 1 time a day, then capsules twice a day. Okay. I'm sorry. Capsules at night. So this is your superpower. Okay, this is our superpower. That's what I want to say here. ProBio 5 is our superpower. And why that is because it kills off candida or yeast overgrowth. This is the major root problem to the majority of the issues that are affecting people nowadays. Yeast overgrowth is in your gut. It attacks good gut bacteria, which that compromising of your gut then impacts every other system and organ in your body, from mental well-being to physical ailments. And when we get rid of it and stop attacking it and start improving the good gut bacteria, bringing down inflammation, balancing blood sugars, poof, the most amazing things happen for people. The body is now in a place that it can fight off that disease and work towards losing weight in a natural way that is long-term and sustainable. It's wonderful. BioCleanse is the other product that gets taken often with ProBio 5 at night. BioCleanse will give you a soft magnesium flush to your intestinal tract, cleaning out all of those nasty things in your intestines. Most people are not pooping on a regular basis, or they're pooping way too much. This product is really going to help with that. It's also excellent for children. and it will pH balance your body and oxygenate your cells, both extremely important items. So along with that, I told you I'd give you this quick add-on. We have been throwing on our Balance product. Now the ingredients in this, along with the Slim Hunger Control Black Cherry, that's important that you get that flavor. Those ingredients work synergistically also to increase the rapidity of the weight loss. It actually has a similar effect of the new shot that I am not happy about at all. But the weight loss shot that's out there, because the last thing y'all need is more medicines to overcome something. Medicines are just going to create side effects that nobody wants. So this is a natural way to help you to lose weight in a more rapid fashion. Balance negates absorption of sugars and carbs by up to 48%. So if you're eating a whole candy bar, you're only going to actually absorb half of that candy bar into your system in terms of the amount of sugars, therefore half the amount of fat. There's other things that are going on when it's combined with the Slim Hunger Control. We have a combo brand new that launched yesterday that includes Triplex and Balance because it has become such a popular item. Up first to share with us some of the things you can expect when you transform your gut health is Caitlin. Caitlin, take it away.
Okay, thank you, Tanya. I have been with Plexus for 2 years, and I found Plexus out of desperation. I had a baby girl in 2020, and it was after that pregnancy that I really started feeling my health go down the drain. It was the epicenter of COVID, depression hit, I couldn't lose the weight, and that's when I started working with an integrative doctor who was known for healing everything. I spent a year following his protocol to the T, spent all this money on the top-notch supplements that were guaranteed to make you feel better, all of the things. I ended up doing blood work, tons of stool test analysis to find out that I had Hashimoto's, leaky gut, and all kinds of inflammation. So I dedicated a year to working with this doctor to heal these things. Well, a year later, I do follow-up testing, and only to find out his exact words were to me, your gut is an absolute wreck. Your gut is so yeasty, it's loaded with yeast. And that's when I looked at him out of frustration and said, well, what did this entire year of your gut probiotics do for me? Nothing. And he said, yeah, I agree. It's time to go on some strong prescription yeast killers. So again, I trusted him. I spent 2 months on very intense prescription medications to kill off the yeast, where I felt so sick and so horrible. I remember going to my workout class, and literally I couldn't finish the workout class because I was so sick. And that's when I was like, I can't do this. I can't do more prescriptions. I've never been about prescriptions. And out of desperation, I really humbled myself, and I opened up a random Facebook group of natural-minded moms, and I just poured out my heart of exactly what I'd been going through. And that's when a few anonymous people I had never met before reached out and said, you need to try the Plexus Gut System. It's all about yeast killing. And I kind of rolled my eyes and I was like, okay, here we go. Another supplement, another probiotic. But I was in so much pain that I was willing to try it. And I just threw my cares to the side and I dove headfirst into the Triplex system. And 2 weeks in, I remember being at dinner with my husband and saying to him, I think this is the first meal that I've been able to eat without pain and without having a bag of digestive enzymes or gas pills or needing to go take a bath in crippling pain. And it was at that point in 2 weeks in that I thought, this is completely different than anything I've ever tried. And granted, I was on $150 bottle of probiotics. And here I'm taking a $33 bottle of probiotic thinking, how in the world are these more effective? And that's what led me into really studying about how yeast overgrowth affects the gut, and how even this doctor that I was working with, who tried his absolute hardest to help me, didn't fully understand the whole 3-part system. And when I started studying the Plexus system and really understanding about how blood sugar and yeast are so connected and how effective this system is at combating all of that, that's when I knew I was finally in good hands. Well, fast forward 6 months later, I went back to that same workout class and did my weigh-in, and I had dropped 5% body fat, and they were all shocked. They were all asking me, like, what are you doing? You just had a baby. How did you do this? I didn't change my diet. I was still doing the same workout class. But what was happening is the yeast was slowly being killed off. And I was still seeing this doctor for blood work for my thyroid. At the 9-month mark, I went and did my blood work, and my Hashimoto's numbers, which were over the 1,000 range of antibodies, were so low that he said to me, by the 1-year mark, whatever you're doing, if you keep up with, you're going to be at 0. Well, sure enough, at the 1-year mark, I did my blood work and I was 0. I tested completely negative for Hashimoto's, completely negative for leaky gut, both two autoimmune diseases that doctors will tell you cannot cure. And I'm now 2 years completely healed of both, and at a lower weight than I started even pre-babies. My stomach is flatter now than it was even before babies. My energy, my mood, I was struggling with depression to anxiety. I called it like a wired tired, because it was just from depression to anxiety to fatigue, too tired to care, but not enough energy to actually do anything. And obviously I couldn't help but share to the world. I have an identical twin sister who ironically was struggling with the same yeast issues. She was seeing a completely different doctor, but that doctor wanted her to do intense detoxing and dieting, which she again tried, did nothing. I said, just try this probiotic. 6 months on the ProBio 5, her blood work came back completely negative for Candida, completely 0 signs for Candida. And as you can see in this picture here, the secondary effects, not only to just stomach issues and weight gain that both my twin and I were dealing with, was cystic acne. Our hair was just breaking off. No matter what we were doing, we could not grow our hair out. And we were on the best hair products, the most gentle hair technician, whatever, hairstylist. And after healing my gut and cleaning the yeast issues, my skin completely cleared up. My hair started growing. My stomach is flatter. And it's just mind blowing that something that you can literally get through your friends and family is this healing, when both my sister and I can testify, working with, doctors, we were spending $5,000 a year, $6,000, $7,000, and still 2 years later left in such pain and frustration. And so it's been an incredible testimony, and I have such ultimate confidence in this company and this system.
Thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate that. Your story is amazing. And I know there are so many autoimmune and gut disease sufferers out there that would definitely relate to your story. So thank you so much for sharing. And it's a good one because you tried the doctor method before you tried the holistic method. So that's awesome. Next up, we're going to hear from Caitlin, 2 Caitlins back to back. Katie, can you share your story? It's wonderful. We have Caitlin on. Oh, there she is. You're still muted, Katie.
Sorry, I'm glad you caught that. So I'm Caitlin. As Tanya said, I am a second-time Plexus user. I actually started Plexus last summer in desperation, and gave up within 2 months because it wasn't working. But fast forward to last December, I was so miserable. I had 29, I guess, Candida overgrowth symptoms that were eating away at me slowly. I mean, you name it, I had it. I had had several abdominal surgeries from appendicitis. I had my gallbladder removed at very young ages. Me and my husband had to do fertility treatment in order to get pregnant with our daughter. So anybody who knows anything about fertility treatment knows the detrimental aspects it can have on your health. I had to have surgery to have my tubes removed. And I had severe migraines. My brain fog was so bad. I was actually to the point where I had totally convinced myself that I had a brain tumor. I had no energy. My periods were awful. The first day of my period, I was in bed in crippling pain. So I was desperate. So I reached back out to Tanya in December and I was like, look, I need to try this again. Mind you, Tanya hounded me for forever. Thank you, Tanya. So I started on the product back again in January, and fast forward to probably like middle of February. I mean, my symptoms that I had prior to Plexus were slowly but surely, like one by one, leaving me. Fast forward to March and April, I started sharing the business because when you believe in a product, you want to tell everybody. And like Caitlin said, it's amazing that these products are out there and that we can share these with our family and friends and we benefit from them. And so do our family and friends. It's just phenomenal. So I started sharing the business and I've been doing the business now for about 9 months. I've been on the products for almost a year. It's crazy. I'm down almost 40 pounds, several pants and shirt sizes. I was able to get off my anxiety and depression medicine, which was huge for me because I'm not a pill taking person anyways. But like I said, I was so desperate in needing change of something that I went to the doctor and the doctor just throws pills at you. I mean, if you guys have been in this situation, you know, that's what they do to cure all. But I wanted an alternate route. I wanted a holistic, natural route. So Plexus gave me all of that. And I'm so thankful. And then in February, I started having some abdominal pain that I had had last year. I went and got an ultrasound. I had so many ovarian cysts, and my doctor gave me a choice. We can monitor this, or you can do surgery and we can just remove it. And I said, I just started these products. Give me 3 months. We'll see where I'm at in June and we'll rescan. So fast forward to this summer, I hadn't had any pain. So I was going to cancel my ultrasound, but I was just anxious to see, like, what does this look like? So I went and my ovarian cysts had decreased a little in size, but they were still big enough to the point where I should be having pain, but I was having no symptoms. Like no pain, my periods, like I went to the bathroom and there my period was. I had zero inclination that my period was there or my period was coming, which is just answered prayer. Because if you're a woman and you've had a period, you know how awful it can be. So we're almost in December and my gynecologist has released me and he said that if I don't have any more issues, then I just go for my yearly checkups and I don't have to have surgery. So I hands down put that on the Plexus products. And I have no negative health symptoms left that I had prior to Plexus. And it's a true testament to what these products can do because they've changed my life.
Awesome. Thank you, Katie. We appreciate you so much. We appreciate your story. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is why I've been doing this for 10 years. It's amazing. This is not coincidence. This is not just a few people. This is thousands upon thousands of stories that are like this. It all does start with our triplex, but like I said, we have a number of weight loss products, and the next one I want to educate you guys on is actually free with every combo order now through the end of the month. And it is the only one of its kind on the market in the entire world. So it is a 3-day nutritionally, I'm missing a word, supported fast. And you can do this, trust me, I am a foodaholic. I eat super healthy, but I love my food. And I'm doing this. I'm on day 2. Look at my energy. I feel amazing. This morning I was down 1.4 pounds already, and I'm not a very large person to begin with. So that's really good. I usually will take off about 5 pounds, which is the average amount of weight that people will lose in these 3 days, clinically proven, and it is not water weight, you all. This will also clinically proven reduce your visceral fat, your abdominal fat, it'll move your metabolism to burning 80% fat instead of 50% fat. You'll lose inches. It is amazing. It is basically a jump start to the weight loss side of things while repairing cellular damage. It does that as well. So this is an amazing, amazing product for you all to be getting your hands on for free. It's incredible. Retails at $149. So you start your day, same thing all 3 days, by the way. I want to show you the little box. You get 3 boxes like this. Shows you exactly what to do on the back side. You do the exact same thing every day. You start out with a lemonade packet of Hydrate. This is going to give your body a little boost in hydration. You follow that up with lean meal replacement shakes. These are super creamy, not like sandy and gritty, nothing like that. These are really good. You can mix it with milk or water. About an hour or 2 later, you're going to take the Slim Pink drink, like I had mentioned and already educated you guys on. At lunchtime, you are going to have a bone broth. Now, at dinner time, you're going to end up with a tomato soup, collagen-based tomato soup, okay? Lunchtime, it's the collagen-based bone broth. A lot of people will mix these two together and then just have it out between your morning and your dinner time. About an hour after that, you're going to be provided with a nice energy boost in our active plant-based energy drink. It's fabulous. Okay, you guys, love that drink. My son wakes up to it every single day. Shortly thereafter, you get some food, you get to munch on a protein bar, you get that second round of soups at dinner time, and a Restore tea in the evening. This is going to help you curb your appetite some more, as well as repairing those damaged cells. That's it. Every single day you're eating and drinking all day long, so you're not feeling like you're fasting, and yet you are putting your body into fat burning mode, and you are going to see those results of very quick, immediate weight loss, low decreased fat and inches. We have a fitness instructor here with us. I know we're running a little bit late, you guys. Sorry about that. Fitness instructor here. She's going to share her testimonial on using this Reset, and she actually launched her whole business with Reset. She sold it to a gazillion of her customers that she's in the fitness world, and she's doing an amazing job. So, Beth, take it away.
All right. So I was kind of scrolling through Facebook back in July, I think it was now, and came across Tanya's page talking about Reset. And I don't know what made me click on it, but I did, and reached out to her about it because I have been in fitness for a lot of years. And I work out, I eat right, I do all the things, and I had just not really been able to get back to where I was when I was younger. So I was, frustrated and thought, well, maybe this will work. I've done fasting before. I've done another company's similar program, but not with all the nutrition support. And so I decided to give it a try, see how it went. And of course, she talked to me about Triplex, and I'm like, all right, I'm in. Let me do that too, because I've had gut issues for as long as I can remember. But I started with a Reset, and I was very skeptical. I thought it's all going to be water weight, we'll see. But darned if I didn't lose in the 3 days 6 pounds, and I have access to an in-body bioelectrical impedance scale, so I could measure my body fat. I lost 1% body fat in 3 days. So I'm thinking, this is incredible, but it matches exactly what all the research says. This is what you lose. So I'm like, wow, okay. But I was still a little skeptical about whether I would keep it off. So I didn't say a whole lot to anybody, but people are starting to ask me questions. And I'm like holding off. I'm like, yeah, I'm running, I'm doing the things, not really saying what I did. But the weight stayed off. And a week later, I did another in-body, and I had actually lost another couple tenths of a percent of body fat. And so it kind of crept down a little bit at a time for another couple weeks. And then it stalled out. I didn't gain the weight back, maybe like half a pound or so. But I did not gain any of that body fat back. But I kind of got addicted to this leaner belly, and my stomach was flatter, hadn't been like that in years, actually probably ever. And so I did another one. So I did another reset. And then a second time, I think it was maybe 1.4% body fat that I lost. It was crazy. And of course, again, like, you know, it continued to drop a little bit more. And long story short, I've done reset 3 times. The last time was end of October. And all said and done, I'm down 13 pounds from when I started, and I'm down 5% body fat from when I started. So I'm now at 19%, which I'm very happy with. And so, you know, you think, oh, well, maybe you don't need to do it again. But I think it's part of the equation for me. So not necessarily doing it every month anymore, but every couple months or so, I will certainly be doing it over the holidays. Because it definitely shifts your body into gear. And I will say, I have a client who is very data driven and loves to have all the information. He has been doing keto for 6 months or so and decided to try the reset. And he has a little breath analyzer so he can see when his body is burning ketones and how much his body is storing versus burning fat. And his results were crazy. I mean, you saw exactly the spike from when he was doing the reset. You saw it continue to climb, and then it continued to climb for several days after that. So he actually got much more of a fat burning effect from the reset than he did from his keto diet, which I thought was crazy. And really, everyone I've had do it has lost either inches or pounds. I have had a few folks who did not get what they thought their, you know, wow results were the first time around, but after staying on Triplex and then kind of doing the reset again, then they dropped a bunch that second time. And both of those folks who did not get that bang result the first time actually also did not track. So really, when you do your free reset, because I know you're going to want it free, you want to take the before and after picture, even though you're not going to want to take the before picture because who wants that picture, right? But take it just for you. And then also measure, right? Take a tape measure, measure your waist, because you will be wowed. You don't necessarily see it yourself because you see yourself all the time. You don't notice, but it is amazing. I lost, I think, 3 inches off my waist. It's insane. So definitely take those measurements, take those pictures, do the body fat analysis if you have access to it.
Yes.
I will turn it back to Tanya.
Thank you so much, Beth. I appreciate that. I mean, hands of a girl who is a top fitness instructor in our community and has been a fitness instructor. I believe it's been 15 years now. And
longer than that.
longer than that. Well, she's got me there. But
About 30.
I didn't even know about the 13 total weight loss pounds. So that's awesome. So that wraps it up for us tonight. We have a very long line of products that are all geared toward impacting the root cause of issues. So if you're struggling with thyroid disease, for instance, we actually have a product that includes 2 particular plants that will balance thyroid hormones, just to give you one example. But we have all kinds of products like this that are very transformative. So be sure to ask the person who invited you here exactly what would work for you. Otherwise, hop on that Triplex Plus Balance combo, grab yourself a free reset, and get yourself really healthy in the next 30 days for a really, really cheap price. What we have left at the end here is the giveaway. So I've been having somebody keep track of who's on this call. So we're going to go ahead and spin for the giveaway. I forgot the actual baggie, but you're going to have to trust me. This is our holiday beautiful hand cream and body cream gift set. It smells amazing. It's a gorgeous gift bag, and I'm going to give it to one lucky winner. So Amber, take it away. Can you spin the wheel and tell us who's won?
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second.
She can't share a screen because I have control of that, but y'all can trust her, I'm sure.
Lisa Williams.
Lisa Williams, you are the lucky winner tonight. Good job, Lisa. Thank you all for showing up here tonight. And by the way, know that we have these calls. Usually they're only 15 minutes, actually. This one got a little bit longer. Every Thursday night where we share different stories. So when you get started tonight, make sure that you think about some friends that you can bring on board next Thursday or the following Thursday and help them to help themselves with these products because they truly are one of a kind and amazing. Thank you all for showing up. Have a wonderful evening. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.